Today on Rappler. Re-election as Senator Imee Marcos says Sara Duterte's endorsement is not a reward for her Senate ICC probe. Former Duterte close aide Royina Garma seeks asylum in the United States. Harvard faces a $2.3 billion funding freeze after rejecting President Donald Trump's administration demands. And Katy Perry launches into space on a Blue Origin rocket with an all-female crew. Re-election as Senator Imee Marcos says Vice President Sara Duterte's support for her candidacy is not a, quote, reward for leading the Senate probe into the arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte by the International Criminal Court. She adds the endorsement is due to their friendship. This after she secures Duterte's endorsement following her exit from her brother-slate Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas. In a 30-second campaign advertisement posted on Monday, April 14, Duterte appeared with Senator Marcos urging public support for the senator's bid.
Itim ngayon ang kulay ng bansa.
The two also exchanged lines about the government's alleged neglect of basic national issues in favor of politics and power. The campaign video is posted on her Facebook page with the hashtag, quote, #itim, Inday trusts Imee Marcos. Marcos also shifts her theme from red to black, implying mourning. The endorsement comes as the senator's numbers continue to drop in pre-election surveys. Senator Robin Padilla, the president of Partido Demokratiko Pilipino Lakas ng Bayan, also endorsed her Senate bid, but the party has yet to say if it will support Senator Marcos's bid. Retired police colonel Royina Garma is seeking asylum in the United States. This was confirmed by her lawyer Emerito Kilang. Garma, known for her close ties with former President Rodrigo Duterte, faces murder and frustrated murder complaints in the Philippines for the alleged killing of former Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office Board Secretary Wesley Barayuga. She played a key role in exposing the irregularities in her former boss Duterte's drug war, as her affidavits revealed how Duterte allegedly incentivized the PNP to carry out the killings. She also confirmed the existence of Davao Death Squad, a group Duterte allegedly used to kill suspected criminals in Davao City. She attempted to enter the US in August 2024, but her visa was cancelled. Garma's visa was cancelled without her knowledge. This could have stemmed from US sanctions on human rights violators after being named one of the officers in Duterte's DDS. When she returned to the US last year, she was arrested by authorities in California and taken into custody. Harvard rejects several demands from the Trump administration, saying it would give too much control of the school to a conservative government that portrays universities as dangerously leftist. Just hours after, Trump's administration says it was freezing $2.3 billion in federal funding to Harvard. This freeze follows an earlier statement from the administration saying it was reviewing $9 billion in federal contracts and grants to Harvard. This is part of a broader crackdown on what it says is anti-Semitism linked to pro-Palestinian protests on campuses over the past 18 months. Harvard President Alan Garber says in a public letter, quote, "No government, regardless of which party is in power, should dictate what private universities can teach, whom they can admit and hire, and which areas of study and inquiry they can pursue." The administration has frozen hundreds of millions of dollars in federal funding for several universities, pushing them to change their policies and claiming they haven't done enough to fight anti-Semitism on campus. Pop star Katy Perry and 5 other women launched into space on a Blue Origin rocket and successfully returned to Earth on Monday, April 14. This marks the first all-female spaceflight in more than 60 years. In a live broadcast by Blue Origin, the crew lifted off from West Texas on 9:31 a.m. and traveled to the edge of space, where they experienced a short period of weightlessness before returning to Earth in a flight that lasted around 11 minutes. Blue Origin is a space company founded by billionaire Jeff Bezos. The crew is composed of Bezos' fiancée Lauren Sanchez, CBS host Gayle King, former NASA rocket scientist Aisha Bao, scientist Amanda Nguyen, and film producer Carrie Ann Flynn. King says Perry sang Louis Armstrong's "What a Wonderful World" when the crew returned to their seats after weightlessness. Perry was also holding a daisy flower, which she brought with her to remind her of her daughter Daisy. And that's today's wrap. I'm Kara Oliver. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.